guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniela, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I created this makeup look. This is basically the glammed up version of my everyday routine. I have added some false lashes, I did a little bit of contouring, and just a disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist. This is just how I like to do my makeup and ways that I have found flatter my face the most. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. All right guys, let's get started. So I have already moisturized and put on my SPF. Those are two things that I always put on, whether I'm using makeup or not. I need my face moisturized and I need it protected from the sun. I have freckles, so I do not want any more sunspots. I always start off with my eyebrows. I am using the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. All the products will be listed down below for you guys, but I just use an angle brush and take the lighter shade in this specific one. I believe this is, yeah, this is in Ebony. I use the lighter shade and just start filling in my eyebrows. I don't do anything too crazy. I just like them to be more filled in because, you know, eyebrows frame your face, and as you guys can see the difference between the one that's I've already filled in and the one that I haven't. They're just darker and a lot more put together. Now I will go in with concealer and carve out the brows just to make sure that they are nice and neat. I don't put too much concealer on. I put some on my brush and then I go ahead and put some on my hand, kind of tap off the excess and carve out the brows like that. As you can see, I'm not putting too much product on. I just like to do the step because I feel like it really makes a difference. And I'm just dragging that concealer down now to prime my eyelids. I use the same thing. This is the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. My eyelids tend to get a little bit oily, so I always feel like I need to put a base down before I go in with my eyeshadow. So I always start off with my eyeshadow. I don't know why. I know some people that do their face first and then they do their eyes. I have always been in the habit of doing my eyes first. In case there's any kind of fallout, I can, you know, clean it up and not have to worry about ruining my foundation. So today I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Fall Into Frost eyeshadow palette. This is great because it has a bunch of shimmers, but then down here you have a row of matte colors, which I will use as a transition and things like that. So I will go ahead with this color first, and I will start putting this in my crease. It's just a nice transition color that will allow me to blend any other color that I put on top of that really smoothly. And I'm just using the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. As you guys can see, it's really fluffy, so it gets the product onto your crease and you're able to blend it in really smoothly without much effort. As you guys can see, this color is like my skin tone, but just a little bit warmer. Next, I grab a more tapered blending brush, and I'm gonna go in with these two shades a little bit darker. So I'll grab a little bit of those and start darkening up my outer V crease area. And I will go ahead and switch off between brushes just to make sure everything is blended. I don't want any harsh lines. Now I'm gonna go ahead and spray my brush. I'm just using the Wet n Wild Rose Primer water. You can use water, anything you want. And I'm gonna pick up these two colors here. They're both shimmery. But what that primer water does, it just makes the product come on a lot more vibrant. Sometimes with shimmers, you have to do that. If I'm just going for a more toned down look, I won't spray my brush. But honestly, at this point, it's such a habit that I almost always do it when I am working with shimmery shades. Like that. And then I will go ahead with that blending shade one more time and make sure that everything is blended. Sometimes you lose a little bit of the darkness and depth onto the outer V when you apply your lid shade. So go ahead and apply a little bit more. Like that. So next, I will go ahead and do my eyeliner. Now, if you don't like to do wing liner, you don't have to do this. I don't feel like my makeup is done if I don't have my eyeliner on. So I'm gonna go ahead with this e.l.f. eyeliner. It's really easy to use because the tip is really thin. So you're able to get a really thin line and also do your wing without ending up with like a really thick liner. So I cannot talk through this. So I think you guys just have to watch what I'm doing. I start off with the inner corner and work my way around that. Like that. Now this eye is a lot harder for me. I'm a lefty, so I feel like I'm in this awkward position when I'm doing it on the right eye. But we are gonna try to get them as even as we can. So for every day, I will go ahead and just, at this point, once my liner is done, I will put on mascara and move on to the face. But for the sake of today's video, I'm going to put on falsies. I got these from Amazon and they're pretty amazing. They are a little bit thicker on the band, so if you're not used to wearing lashes, these might not be a good starter for you. Some of the other ones that I really like and I wear a lot are the Ardell Wispies. These are really thin and they look very natural, but let's use this ones today. And the glue that I like to use and I swear by is the Kiss Lash Glue. It's never done me wrong. So let's go ahead and prep the lashes and I'll show you guys how I put them on. Okay, so I have set my lashes aside to let them dry a little bit before I go ahead and put them on. Now I'm just going to prime my face here. I am using the Smashbox oil control. I swear by this, it's amazing. If you have oily skin like I do, it'll really keep you matte. The foundation I will be using today is my Maybelline Superstay. It's full coverage and they have a variety of colors, which is really nice. So I will go ahead and put some on my fingertips and spread that out like such. And I will go ahead with my Real Techniques sponge and start applying that onto the face. I do like more of a full coverage finish, just because I feel like if I'm applying makeup and I am doing my eyes, my liner and all that, I want my base to look flawless. So I'm just building up this foundation. And don't forget to get your neck. I don't like to drag it out too far down, but I do like it to be beyond the jawline, because otherwise you will have a line of demarcation right here. So just drag it on a little bit. I'm just gonna apply a coat of mascara and apply my lashes because they've been drying now for a little bit. So the key to false lashes is you have to wait for the glue to get tacky. If you try applying lashes as soon as you put on the glue, it will be impossible. The lashes will be slipping and sliding everywhere. So put on the glue, set them aside, do the rest of your face. You know, you can start putting foundation on like I did, and then go ahead and put on your lash. Like that. Next, I will go ahead with my concealer. I'm using the same one that I used to carve out my eyebrows. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm using 2 shades. I'm extra, you don't have to. So let's go ahead and put that on. As you can see, one was lighter than the other one, so that's why I like to mix them. I'm gonna go ahead with my sponge and start blending everything out. As soon as I'm done applying my concealer, I will go ahead with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. So I apply some under my eyes. I will go ahead put some on my nose because I am oily, around my mouth for the smile lines, and then I'll put some on my forehead. You will look crazy for a little bit, but trust me, it is definitely gonna make a difference. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit, and I'm going to do my bottom lash line. So I will be applying the same colors that I applied on my outer V. I will grab this and this one and apply that to my lower lash line. I'm also gonna go in with my Milani brown eyeliner to put in my waterline. I don't always do this, just sometimes when I feel like the top part of my eyes look too heavy, I will go ahead with a brown liner in my waterline, like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove this baking. I'm just gonna be using my Infallible pressed powder on a kabuki brush. And what I like to do is press in the powder. I don't want to rub because I want the foundation to stay put. Sometimes I feel like if I am rubbing too much, the foundation comes off. So now I will go ahead with my blush. I am using the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. This has been one of my favorites for years, like back in high school favorite. So I like to apply my blush higher up. I had a little fuzz on my face, but I like to apply my blush higher up this way, not so much in this area. I have really big cheeks, so I don't want the focus to be right here. Also, always remember that blush is the first thing that kind of fades away from your face. So apply a little bit extra in the beginning so that you can have it all throughout the day. I don't really contour or use bronzer, but when I feel like a little bit more extra, I will go ahead with some bronzer. Just around the perimeter of my face. If I have like my high bun or a sleek down look like this, I like to apply just a little bit, not much, but this will, you know, just create some dimension onto your face, around my nose. Like that. We are almost done. We just have to do our lips. So one of my favorite lip liners is this NYX Lingerie Push-Up in the color Seduction. So it comes like this. It's just like a thicker lip liner. And I will go ahead and line my lips first. And then I fill it in. These are so comfortable to wear. Like that. For the most part, I leave it like this. I like a matte lip, but now for the summer, I've kind of been getting into a glossier, more like wet look lip. And I recently discovered this Essence Clear Gloss. It's like $2 at Ulta. It's amazing. It makes you look so juicy. So I will go ahead and apply this. But yeah guys, this is the final look. This is my everyday glammed up bronzy look. If I were to wear this every day, I will just skip the lashes and I will change my black liquid liner for a brown one just to tone down the look a little bit. But thank you guys so much for watching. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon.